And welcome in to Midday, everyone. Always love a chance to talk sports. Carmen Corley is here to kind of wrap up week number 1 in college football. I think everything kind of went maybe the way we thought we would as far as Ole Miss State, Southern Bama, and everything. Mississippi State 56-7 over Kentucky. Blake Shapen looked good in his start at quarterback with Mississippi State. They'll be tested maybe out in the desert at Arizona State.
I'm thinking Arizona State's favored that game. I think they're favored. I think they're -6.5 that game. So it'll be a little bit of a test, and he talked about that going into next week, that they're feeling like they might get tested a little bit. I mean, especially coming off of a big game like this, but I feel like everyone's kind of on the same page of don't let the egos get inflated going into a game like this. So hopefully they keep their heads on straight. I
thought Jerry and I were in Vicksburg this week, and I told her, I said, I thought Ole Miss would win by 80. She said, you're kidding.
Wasn't kidding. That's pretty spot on. Pretty spot on.
They're for real. I'm not sure what kind of test that was, but we'll see. They're the real deal, though, offensively. I don't care if you put 76 points up against anything. I mean,
no, they're predicted to go pretty far. Every college playoff bracket I've seen, Ole Miss is in them, like going for sure. So I think they have a lot of high expectations, especially with Jackson Dart returning. They have several guys returning back, and Lane Kiffin. Lane Train's going to want to be on a tear.
Southern Miss in a rain-shortened game, 31-0 against Kentucky. Boy, that was kind of ugly there. Now, you were in Tuscaloosa. Alabama got off to a slow start, but then got it rolling.
Yes.
62-0 against Western Kentucky. Your take from Tuscaloosa?
It was my first time ever in Tuscaloosa. It was a lot of fun, and I feel like the most fun was just being in the end zone. I felt like all the plays kept coming straight towards me. So it was awesome. It was cool, too, to see younger guys like Daniel Hill get some action, get some playing time. First touchdown, so it was a really big deal for him. So it was a lot of fun. But they look good on both sides of the ball.
Deep team. Could be some concerns on the back end of that defense. They're going to score some points.
Yeah.
Ryan Williams, number 2. Kid that should be 17 years old.
He is 17, true freshman.
Touched the ball twice.
Yeah, 2 receptions for 2 touchdowns. He also led the team receiving yards. I think he had 139 receiving yards in his first game.
He's going to be a superstar. Georgia is Georgia.
Yes.
Number 1 team in the SEC, number 1 team in the nation right now, I believe still.
But we finished out the game how I thought we would. But, I mean, it was 6-0 going into the second half. But we've always kind of been a second-half team. But I don't know. I didn't like the way we looked. I think we were just kind of figuring out their defense the first half of that game. But got it done.
Clemson was a lot of people's pick to maybe win the ACC. Georgia looked mighty good. We're going to take a break. Carmen's going to hang out with us. We'll talk about some other SEC games. There were some interesting ones. Despite all the blowouts, we'll talk about those and take a sneak peek into week number 2. Before we go to a break, welcome back in, everyone. We're talking sports with Carmen. We talked about Georgia blasting Clemson. The other SEC teams, though, that had the showcase games, Florida, Texas A&M, and LSU.
Yeah. Florida, they're going to be looking, when can we buy out Billy Napier? Because, I mean.
Yeah, Florida was an underdog, but, boy, Miami blasting them. And I think the Hurricanes may be a legit
I think
contender.
So. There's been a lot of talk about Mike Norvell and how he's doing with that team, and I really think that I feel like the past couple of years has been like Miami. They'll have a big game here, big game there, but, I mean, starting out like that against Florida, and that was a game that I felt like Florida kind of needed to come out and show a little something, considering the rest of their season is supposed to be the most difficult in the SEC.
If you saw the Notre Dame schedule, that was supposed to be their toughest game this year. That they would almost be a lock for the playoffs. I mean, their toughest game left is maybe Florida State, who plays tonight. We're going to see Florida State. Terrible in their first game. LSU, we'll see. LSU, this 3rd straight year they've lost their opener and they bounced back, but we'll see what they've got. They've got UCLA coming up, and then, of course, the SEC. My surprise of the week,
Vanderbilt.
Over Virginia Tech, supposedly an ACC contender.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's one of those sleeper teams. Vanderbilt gets a little bit funky every now and then, kind of surprise you.
Great win for them. I mean, hats off the Commodores. So anyway, I don't know what we can make of week 1. I think we know Georgia's the best team, but they're going to be challenged. I mean, there's Ole Miss.
Not this upcoming week, but later down the line.
No, but you look at the offenses: Ole Miss, Bama, Tennessee, Missouri, Auburn's greatly improved. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight in this SEC. What's coming up next week?
Next week, I feel like biggest game, Texas, Michigan.
Wow.
And Texas is favored, -6.5, and most of the money is on Texas. The public's loving Texas here. Texas is funky because you always hear beginning of the year, Texas back, like they're back, but then they have a game here and there, they'll drop, but then they'll win a big one. But with the 12-team playoff, Texas for sure, I'm putting in there 100%. So, but I think they're going to come out and win this game. Michigan didn't have as big of a game as I thought against Fresno State. And Texas, shut out Colorado State 52-0. So I think I'm liking Texas with the public.
Michigan, a little slow out of the gate, but we kind of expect that. But at the big house, we'll see.
Their coach still isn't under contract. They still haven't put him under contract. So I feel like they're kind of holding on, testing waters, seeing how a game like this goes before they pay the man.
By the way, all of our SWAC teams lost, but they were facing bigger competition this week. And UWA, let's not forget them, last-second field goal.
Big win for them.
16-15
Yeah,
over Miles.
Awesome.
That was a big win for them. So, all right, Carmen, thank you. We appreciate you joining us. We'll be doing sports talk every Friday during 5 and some occasional middays like this. Carmen will be back with sports tonight at 6 and 10. Now to wrap things up with our weather forecast, here is Tori.
So again, we've got a good look at our rest of our day today as well with Labor Day. Beautiful forecast in store for us, thank goodness. Means you get to enjoy that last day of summer unofficially one more time before you have to go back into work or school festivities. And for those next 7 days, showers actually do return into the picture Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thankfully, we need that rain, so it's good for it to come back to us. However, temperatures will be dropping Friday, Saturday, making for a beautiful Saturday weekend as well. All good things to look forward to coming up this week.
Tell you what looks good on that 7-day right there is after tomorrow, no more 90s. I mean, that's
goodness. Yeah, no kidding. Especially Thursday, the high was 83. You
Say that
cannot
again.
get better than that. 83 degrees, Lindsay.
We will take that all day long. Hey, this is our first show together. Love it. Welcome.
First of many more. I'm excited to keep working with you, Lindsay.
She's got that early bird schedule, but she'll be here with us on midday. So, hey, take advantage of the nice. We'll help you have a great Labor Day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
In this corner.